Port and sherry wines, renowned as iconic fortified beverages, hold a distinguished place in the global enological panorama. Rooted in distinct regions, Portugal's Douro Valley and Spain's Andalusian Sherry Triangle, these venerable wines have rich histories and multifaceted characteristics. Today we'll explore port and sherry, from their respective production methods to their intricate flavor profiles and their symbiotic culinary companionships. So what exactly is a fortified wine? Fortified wines are a distinguished category within the world of wine, characterized by the addition of distilled spirits, often brandy or grape spirit, during the winemaking process. This fortification process serves multiple purposes, including increasing alcohol content, enhancing flavor complexity, and prolonging the wine's shelf life. The resulting fortified wines are known for their distinctive flavors, aromas, and aging potential. Two iconic fortified wines, port and sherry, exemplify the diversity and craftsmanship that this winemaking technique can yield. While both port and sherry wines undergo fortification, the methods and timing differ significantly. In the case of port, fermentation of grape juice is halted prematurely by the addition of grape spirit, aguardente, before all the natural sugars have converted to alcohol. This leaves residual sweetness and elevates alcohol content, resulting in a rich, sweet wine. In contrast, sherry's fortification process occurs after full fermentation, where brandy is added to increase alcohol content and develop the wine's distinct characteristics, including oxidative aging. The type of sherry, whether fino, amontillado, or oloroso, is determined by the extent and timing of fortification, along with the unique aging process employed. The choice of spirits for fortification plays a crucial role in shaping the final character of the fortified wine. For both port and sherry, grape-based spirits are the traditional choice. In the case of port, Portuguese aguardente is added, which is a neutral grape spirit with a relatively high alcohol content. Sherry, on the other hand, typically employs a grape-based brandy, which imparts its own flavors and contributes to the oxidative aging process, resulting in sherry's diverse range of styles. The selection of the specific grape spirit or brandy can influence the final flavor profile and aging potential of the fortified wine, making it a critical decision in the production process. Port wine. Port wine, commonly referred to as port, emerges from the terraced vineyards of the Douro Valley, an awe-inspiring region along the banks of the Douro River in northern Portugal. Foremost port producers encompass venerable names such as Symington Family Estates, the Fladgate Partnership, Taylors, Fonseca and Croft, Quinta do Novel, Sandeman, Graham's, Dow's and War's. Diverse port styles include vintage port, tawny port, ruby port, white port, and late bottled vintage, LBV, port. The history of port wine traces its origins to the 17th century, when British wine merchants sought to fortify wines for enduring long sea voyages. This led to the creation of a sweet, fortified wine, renowned for its richness and complexity. Port wines exhibit a varied visual spectrum, ranging from the deep ruby red of vintage port to the amber hues of tawny port. The aroma profiles are characterized by notes of dark fruits, plum, blackberry, spices, cinnamon, clove, and occasional hints of chocolate or nuts. In terms of taste, port wines are celebrated for their sweetness, featuring flavors of dried fruits, caramel, and a lingering, warming finish. Port wines are segmented into several distinct substyles, each with its unique character. These include vintage port, the most prestigious and long-lived, renowned for its rich berry flavors. Tawny port, which is subjected to barrel aging, offering nuanced nutty and caramel notes. Ruby port, youthful and vibrant, featuring fresh fruit expressions. White port, a lighter, sweet wine with traces of citrus and florals, and late-bottled vintage LBV port, which is aged longer than ruby port and provides increased complexity. The pricing of port wines spans a wide spectrum, with vintage ports being the most exclusive, often exceeding $100 per bottle. Tawny ports and LBVs typically present a more affordable proposition, while ruby and white ports offer excellent value. Port food pairings. Vintage port serves as an exquisite accompaniment to robust cheeses and dark chocolate. Tawny port complements nut-based desserts and aged cheeses to perfection. Ruby port, an ideal companion for berry-infused desserts and chocolate indulgences. White port exhibits remarkable versatility, well suited for both aperitif and seafood pairings. LBV port, adaptable and harmonious with a range of culinary choices, including cheese and chocolate desserts. Sherry wine. Sherry wine, or simply sherry, is meticulously crafted within the Sherry Triangle of Spain's Andalusia region, encompassing Jerez de la Frontera, Sanlúcar de Barrameda, and El Puerto de Santa María. Notable sherry producers comprise González Bayas, Tío Pepe, Bodegas Lustau, Bodegas Emilio Lustau, Bodegas Hidalgo La Gitana, Bodegas Osborne, and Valdespino. The diverse sherry styles include Fino, Manzanilla, Amontillado, Palo Cortado, Oloroso, and Pedro Jiménez, PX. Sherry's lineage extends back to antiquity, with its production techniques refined by the Spanish. It gained notoriety in the 16th century when Sir Francis Drake introduced it to England. Sherry wines span a broad visual spectrum, from pale straw hues in Fino and Manzanilla to deep mahogany tones in Oloroso and PX. Aromatically, sherry offers a kaleidoscope of scents, ranging from briny and yeasty notes in Fino to nutty and oxidized nuances in Amontillado and Oloroso. Taste profiles encompass an extraordinary diversity, including dry, saline, nutty, and intensely sweet characteristics, contingent on the style. Sherry wines are classified into several distinctive substyles. Fino, light, dry, and bracing, making it an impeccable aperitif. Manzanilla exhibits similarities to Fino, but is produced exclusively in Sanlúcar de Barrameda. Amontillado, originating as Fino or Manzanilla, it undergoes extended aging, acquiring depth and complexity. Palo Cortado, a rare and complex style that embodies attributes of Amontillado and Oloroso. Oloroso, dark, robust, and dry, with prominent nutty and caramel accents. Pedro Jiménez, PX, extraordinarily sweet and viscous, unveiling flavors of raisins and figs. Sherry wines, as a category, offer affordability, with Fino and Manzanilla bottles typically priced under $20. Amontillados and Olorosos fall within the $20 to $50 range, while PX sherry can command higher prices, often surpassing $50. Sherry food pairings. Fino and Manzanilla, exceptional companions for tapas, seafood, and olive-based dishes. Amontillado, superbly suited for roasted meats, game, and aged cheeses. Oloroso, remarkably versatile, enhancing the flavors of stews, mushrooms, and robust cheeses. PX, Pedro Jiménez, a connoisseur's choice for dessert pairings, marrying harmoniously with chocolate, ice cream, and fruit tarts. Port and sherry wines, distinguished by their origins, production methods, and flavor profiles, epitomize the essence of fortified wines. Whether savoured independently or thoughtfully paired with an array of culinary delights, these enigmatic libations offer a wealth of sensory experiences. Whether you choose a port or a sherry, they both offer unique drinking experiences that encapsulate their historical narratives and culinary artistry and provide a profound experience for wine lovers and gastronomes alike.